Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Patrick, Madeline, thanks for having me and Sun Life on stage. It's a great honor. It is very difficult to actually be the first speaker after lunch, and I know that you guys are cozy up and having a lot of energies during the break time. So I will try to be concise, on time, and I also will start with a small story. Now, many of you would know Sun Life has been around for 160 years. I will tell you that in Hong Kong, we have been here for 134 years. And 134 years ago, we have our early predecessor bringing loads of bags of life policies coming from Canada to Hong Kong to start doing business. The first office that Sun Life has in Hong Kong is actually this place, this is China House, Landmark. We all know that in Hong Kong, Central, Landmark is one of the most expensive places in Hong Kong real estate. And I kind of blame my predecessor if they had the insight to buy the real estate, buy the office back then. My life as a Hong Kong CEO would have been a lot easier. Now, joking aside, the theme this year at TransPac is about new investment opportunity. Everybody knows that Sun Life has been operating in Asia for a very long time, and we are still seeing lots of good opportunities here. Asia is a very important growth engine in the whole enterprise strategy. And within the Sun Life Asia growth pillar, Hong Kong has always been our strategic launchpad. It is a city where we set up our Sun Life regional office, Sun Life regional headquarters. It is a market that we have the biggest business in Asia. It is a city where we call ourselves super connectors, where international markets meets Asia, meets China. We have superior infrastructure, we have world-class talent, and a regulatory framework that prices stability and innovations. Our business in Hong Kong is thriving. It's one of the fastest growing engines for the whole enterprise. We benefit from Hong Kong's open architecture economy, strong ties with China, transparent legal environment, and very strong regulations. And of course, we talk about the Hong Kong dollar and US dollar pact. All these are very important elements of why clients would choose to buy insurance from Hong Kong. Sun Life Hong Kong is now one of the top players in the insurance business, especially in the high net worth space. And we are the top 3 provider in the MPF pension business. And now with Hong Kong as a regional hub, our Asian portfolio in Sun Life spans 8 markets. We have in Hong Kong, Greater China, Singapore, India, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, and now represents a significant and growing share of the whole Sun Life's global earnings. Asia is no longer peripheral to our future. It is central to the Sun Life strategy. But we don't get to where we are overnight. And I've been with Sun Life for over 18 years, 16 years of which I spent in Asia. I first moved to Beijing in 2008, and I moved to Hong Kong in 2009. I was lucky enough to be in the front row seat of seeing how Sun Life has grown our Asian business for a very long time. And there are many learnings. And today I would like to share 2 of them. Now, the very first learning I want to share is it's very important to have a long-term view, long-term visions in Asia. Everybody knows that Asia is a huge market with 4.7 billion people and basically 60% of the global populations. There are lots of opportunities here. However, as I said, the foundation that Sun Life built in Asia does not come from a sprint, but takes generational commitment. Asia does reward those who show up and stay. Requires us to have smart and consistent capital deployment. But more importantly, we need the patience to build trust and deep, loyal relationships, deep local relationships. And sometimes, unfortunately, we need resilience to deal with and weather the short-term volatility. And this is particularly true to some of the Asian markets where we see more volatile currency fluctuations. However, the greatest learning I've learned in the last 6-7 years is that the best opportunities come from these fluctuations or the so-called downturn. I've always said to my bosses in Toronto, in Asia, in particular for Hong Kong, there are always forces. No matter the forces coming from regulation changes, market fluctuations, new players, new ecosystem, evolving client changes, there are always forces that change the market dynamics. And these always present new opportunities. And as a result, Hong Kong, Asia is a restless place. We always have to deal with changes. And I'll give you an example here. We all remember COVID, and COVID is not easy for everybody. No one is going to like it again. And for sure, it's not easy for Sun Life Hong Kong. And however, it's during this period of uncertainty, Sun Life Hong Kong stayed committed, and we actually made a lot of investment during this time, including investing into our first ever exclusive bank insurance partnerships here in Hong Kong. We invest in our brand, we invest in our agency. Those were all the money we spent during the COVID period. And the result, the long-term view and visions in Asia and Hong Kong allow us to make bold and long-term decisions in period of uncertainty. And that decision really paid off for us. We grow really, really fast post-COVID. Sun Life Hong Kong has grown about 8 times since 2023. A lot of the growth was because of the decisions that we made during COVID. So staying committed and having a strong view, having a long view is just one side of the coin. You know, during lunchtime, we talk about how fast did the markets change. Asia market always is very dynamic. It always have changes. And we have to act quick because our competitors are not standing still. So we always have to stay vigilant and super agile. We have to be empowered to make decisions here locally to capture the opportunities, because if not, our competitors are going to eat our lunch here. So it's a simple but demanding strategy. We must have the patience and long view, but at the same time, be agile and be able to act quick enough when the opportunities come. That's my first sharing. The second sharing is really about how we bring our strength and our culture from Canada, but be very humble enough to listen and show understanding and flexibility in Asia. Now, as part of the company DNA, Sun Life prides ourselves with strong corporate governance, strong, robust risk management framework, and financial discipline. It is us. This is our DNA. But there are also businesses and opportunities that we know we need more flexibility. We have seen it a lot in our joint venture. But the example that I would like to quote to you today is an investment we made in Hong Kong, a company called Bowtie. Now, for those of you who are in Hong Kong, you probably have heard about Bowtie. It is the first virtual and digital insurer that focuses on medical, health, and peer protection products in Hong Kong. It's been in the market for 6 years now, with about $100 million annual revenue and serving about 200,000 clients. In 2025, Bowtie was rated by Financial Times as one of the top 500 fastest growing companies in Asia Pacific. Sun Life has been a proud investor since the Series A fundraising round, but we are even more proud of how we are able to flexible enough, humble enough to understand what we cannot do, what we cannot look at Bowtie as the same way as we look at the other business within Sun Life. We understanding that a startup company will require a different support system, and how we should respect and protect the founders and the leaderships, and the most importantly, how we protect the entrepreneurships. And I've been seeing this very up close, and I feel as a Canadian, our Canadian humility is very important in the whole conversations. In Sun Life, we always remind ourselves that Asia is not one country, one culture. Asia has many countries, many cultures. And our humility would always remind us that to always listen, to always try to understand the local needs, and it is a humility that allows us to bring the best of the enterprise strength and apply them in different markets in a flexible manner. In Sun Life, we always want to be a true partner. We pride ourselves to be a good partner. Now, this concludes my 2 sharing. As a wrap up, I want to bring us back to one simple story. Sun Life's story in Hong Kong and across Asia is not new. It's deep, it's intentional, and it's built over generations. Our roots here go all the way back to 1892, and every chapter since then has been written with commitment, partnerships, and belief in the potential of this region. But the story is far from finished. If anything, we are entering into one of the most chapters ever seen. Asia is transforming, and Hong Kong continues to reinvent itself. And client needs are evolving faster than ever. And through all of these changes, Sun Life will keep doing what always worked for us. We invest for long term, stay humble to local insights, and move with agility and speed when new opportunities come. This is who we are. This is the way that allows us to continue to thrive, and together with our partners, our clients, and our communities we serve. Thank you again for having us. Merci beaucoup. And I look forward to continue our conversations beyond the conferences. Thank you very much again. Thank you.